Oh man, I didn't get to finish smashing those watermelons. Anyways, hello everybody. Welcome back to our little randomizer we have going on here today. Part 2. Everyone's ready. Everyone's excited. I am here yet again, joined by
Samro. Hey, what's up, everybody?
Yeah, we're back and we're ready to play more randomizer.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So, welcome back to the stream, everybody. Now, in the last, for those of you who didn't watch the last stream, this devilishly handsome young fellow in the bottom corner right here is Pervy Eyes, and he's just there to check you out. It's not creepy. He's not creepy at all, I swear. Anyway, so in the last stream, if you did watch the last stream, you may remember that we just pulled out the Master Sword to turn into an adult, and now we're going to continue. Oh crap, hold on a second. Just checking on the stream. Its health is on the orange setting, which doesn't look too good. Hold on one second, I have an idea.
Yeah, the frame rate is kind of like terrible, even on the Discord.
Okay,
like I can barely see Link.
Alrighty. Okay, everything looks fine on the stream now. Okay.
That's because you paused, friend. I'm not sure if it's showing up for them, but for me it's a rule.
Maybe it's just you through Discord.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, everything looks fine on the stream, it looks like. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. Okay, anyway, so we're gonna go straight to Ganon's castle. Now, I know what you're thinking. What? That is a stupid idea. Well, in the normal Ocarina of Time, yes. Well, to go straight inside Ganon's castle, you can just go over to... Oh, God. Yeah, man, town's pretty messed up now. Anyway, so in the original Ocarina of Time, you could still go here, and a cutscene would trigger, but since this is the randomizer, that is not the case. Anyway, so, let's just head straight in. But yeah, the only... Oh, wait, hold on, there's a Skulltula over here, I forgot. Oh, it's over here. No, oh, I am smart. Wow, that was like Egoraptor level stupid. Daniel, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. Talk more, buddy, I need you.
I was just, looking up music, sorry. And
okay.
I'm telling, Tyson that me and you decided to stream off of Discord. Or to talk on Discord.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry, we tried to include some other buddies on here, but it didn't really work out, and we were having too many technical difficulties, and we were just, you know, we needed to get the stream started, so, yeah, anyway. So we got the Skulltula, now let's go inside Ganon's castle, and since we set it to, before that we started this randomizer series, when we did the settings, one of the things we turned on was the Rainbow Bridge automatically being there without the medallions, so yeah, that's all good. And sorry, I was just checking my microphone. Anyway, let's see, let's go into the window one. Okay, what up, Wolfos? And we got a chest. Oh, what's gonna be in here? Wow. That's great. We don't have the lens of truth, so we can't see anything in here, really.
Great.
And we don't have fire arrows, so... Okay, I've made the conclusion, Daniel, that we cannot do anything in this room, so let's go. Yeah, we're not gonna be here for very long, I don't imagine. Oh, my favorite. We haven't even been to the actual ice cavern yet. Oh no. Oh, this is my... next to the ice keys, those are my least favorite enemies. Ow. Ah, so many freaking bloopy chests. I just heard one of those ice boys.
Excuse me.
What?
Alright,
Why can't there be anything useful?
He's down to join us if
Huh?
you don't mind. Tyson said he's down to join us in our call.
But then you can't see the screen.
Oh, that's right.
Do you want to do Skype instead then?
Yeah, let's do Skype instead.
Alright.
Technical difficulties, but not really. Just switching things.
Switching platform.
Yeah, be right back.
Alrighty then.
Alright.
Okay. We got Daniel back on the line.
Hopefully it works good now.
Tyson, Lolly, add to call. Alright, there we go. I'll let you handle the Skype formalities from here, Daniel, because I have the game to play. Anyway.
You need to share the screen first.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay.
Yeah, so me and Tyson can both see.
Okay.
Tyson, you there, buddy? Can you hear? Can you talk?
Tyson?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yes, thank you.
There he is. Hello.
Okay, we got one other person. Okay, anyway.
Wait, no. Wait. Hold on. Your screen's not sharing anymore. What did you do?
What? Oh, son of a bitch. 1 second. Share screens. There.
What did you do?
Okay. Share system sound. Maybe I hit stop sharing screens when I meant to share the system sound. Anyways, how you doing, Tyson?
I'm okay.
How was your day?
Fine.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Oh, this would have been so goddamn helpful in the last stream.
Yeah, it would have.
Ugh.
It's a good thing we found it now, though.
Yeah, I guess. Timing.
Yeah. Something we're not really good at, but we learn to get over it.
Okay. Audio. Okay. How's everyone else doing, Tyson?
Other went to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw the Discord chat. Yeah.
And,
what?
oh, son of a bit. Okay, Ambassador, it's too hot in here. And we don't even have the fire tunic, and we only have 24 seconds. And I know we can't get any of all of the silver rupees. Okay, we don't have the golden gauntlets, so we can't get that.
And Tyson, I don't know, I don't think I've ever asked you, but have you ever seen much or played Ocarina of Time?
Yeah.
You do? Okay, so tell me, what are your thoughts on someone making a randomizer for this?
It's a thing.
Very specific. Okay.
I guess that's true, though. He's not wrong. It
like Jared Kleinman from Dear Evan Hansen. Very specific. Let's see.
Just like,
And I miss talking about life and other stuff. Very specific. Shut up! I like my parents. Who says that?
Says that.
I love my parents, but each day is another fight. If I stop smoking drugs that...
And everything might be over.
Smoking drugs.
Just fix it.
If I stop smoking crack.
Dude.
If I stop smoking pot. Anyway. Die.
And everything might be alright.
I'll take your advice. Okay, anyway. Okay, we could do a spin attack here, I guess. Or can we? Oh, there we go.
There he goes.
Okay, I swear to God, if this is another blue rupee chest, I'm gonna kill somebody. Oh, okay.
Peace, sir.
You got lucky, Daniel.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Wait, what, go back in.
We
You have the bow, remember? You can...
We need bomb shoes, which we don't have any.
But we have a bow? Hello?
No, I can't shoot through these bombs. 1 second. Because in that chest where I just got the piece of heart, you're originally supposed to get bomb shoes.
I'm pretty sure you can use arrows, though, can't...
Let's see. Nope. Look at that. It's just right. Oh. Let's try it one more time.
That's great. Okay. Well,
right in between bars. Look at that.
Yeah, there's definitely like no big gaps there or anything. Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Totally believable. Anyways,
it's a Zelda game. Don't use logic.
You're not supposed to question things in a Zelda game.
Well, that's everything we can do in here, I'm sorry to say.
Well, like, me and Sam were discussing, and I think he may have forgotten, but we can go ahead and start the Forest Temple.
This is true. This is why... Also, why do I have... I usually have the... Yeah, there we go. I usually have the bow on that button and the hook shot on the other button. That's just more comfortable. Hold on a sec. What does it look like with Link? It still is textured to make it look like he has the Ocarina of Time. Okay.
Of course.
That's
Wait a minute,
wonderful. Okay.
I thought Adult Link... I thought there was a model for Adult Link holding the fairy ocarina like that, though. That's weird.
Well... Not in this randomizer, anyway. No real point in going to the Spirit Temple, because we can't do anything without the Silver Gauntlets as an adult.
Uh-huh.
And, well, we all know how well it went last time we tried to go there as a kid.
Oh god, don't remind me.
Okay, so how about this? We'll go to the Forest Temple, then we'll... Let me just save real quick. We'll go to the Forest Temple, beat that, and then we will go back in time as a kid again and go defeat the Great Deku Tree. Two forests in one.
Okay.
We also don't have a Pona song, so there's no point in going into Lon Lon Ranch right now. What is this guy? Oh, hey, Ghost Hunter. I always like this guy. He's not really a developed character, but he's still pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Less is more with this guy. You don't know his backstory. You don't know how he got here, but he sells ghosts for a living. He can read your mind, and, you know, he's just a real... He looks real creepy. He's just overall an all-around cool character.
Oh, you're quite an energetic young man. You're brave and handsome, too. Oh, my.
Thank you.
Your name's Ambassador, isn't it?
There should be a question mark there, but okay.
Don't be surprised. I can read people's minds.
Okay, please do not say my private thoughts out loud.
If I looked as good as you, I could run a different kind of business. I can say that better. If I looked as good as you, I could run a different kind of business.
Prostitution jokes. I mean, come on, he has to mean prostitution. What else would he mean by another kind of business if he looked as good as Link?
You can't see me right now, but I have such a cringe face right now.
What, because I put up a face cam and said prostitution jokes?
Yeah.
Alright, hold on a sec. Didn't see that coming, did you?
Wait, Tyson join? When did he leave? What?
What?
I lost my connection.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, huh, Tyson has been really quiet for the past few minutes.
Well, now we know at least.
So I'm just gonna send William the stream.
I did tell Fernando that.
Okay.
We'd be streaming too.
Huh?
I did tell Fernando we'd be streaming too, so he might follow suit.
Alright. Because of the great Ganondorf, this is a fine time for a business like this. Oh, sorry, your character, you read.
Oh, I can only hope the world gets even worse. The ghosts called foes are spirits of concentrated hatred that appear in the fields and graveyards. They hate the world. Young man, if you catch a Poe, I will pay a lot of money for it.
Well, depends on what kind of Poe. If you get a normal Poe, he only pays you 10 rupees, so that's not a lot of money. 100 rupees if you get him a big Poe.
If you can collect a Poe, then I'll give you 1,000 rupees.
Bye!
Bye!
Wait, if you can collect a Popo? Bitch, you ain't collecting me.
I just, like, the reason why I did that is because, it, like, the voice I was giving him kind of turned into that.
Yeah.
At the end. So I'm just like, I'll roll with it.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, by the way, something I forgot to show you guys.
Oh, no. No.
And there you have it. You purposefully planned that to be the video's thumbnail, didn't you?
Oh no, it's not the video's thumbnail. It's just basically the same as the last video's thumbnail, only with a number 2 in the corner.
Yep.
Although this, we could add this to the thumbnail later.
Yeah.
I think I'll do that actually. But yeah, so yeah.
I mean,
what do you think of that, viewers?
Well.
Putting Daniel's head on Link.
It's a meme in itself.
Yeah. And this is from like 2015 anyway.
Yeah, I look so much different. Well, not that much different, but
I was gonna say.
I have aged quite a bit. Thank you very much.
And by age, he only means... He doesn't mean like he's grown any taller or anything. His height's about the same.
I know I'm short. I will be forever short.
Savage, Tyson.
I'm
just stating a fact.
I'm Markiplier levels of short.
Markiplier's 5'10".
Exactly.
You're...
I'm 5'7".
Yeah, so Markiplier, compared to you, Markiplier's actually pretty tall.
Yeah. But I am... Okay, let me put it this way. Kenny and Tyson are like Bob and Wade. And I'm like Markiplier.
Ah, okay. Okay, on that scale, then yes. But still, 5'10" isn't that short, so I don't know why Markiplier gets called short. There's no point in getting that postal. Yeah, 5'10" really isn't that short. The average height for an adult male is 5'9", so Markiplier is technically an inch above average height.
But compared to most of his friends...
Okay, yeah, compared to most of his friends, he's short, I guess. Okay, so I guess that makes sense then. No real point going in.
Yep, every one of my friends are taller than me. I don't have a friend that's shorter. Even Reed's taller than me now.
Even Heather's taller than you.
Even Heather's taller than me.
Is Heather, what, 5'8" or something, or...?
I think she might actually be 5'9", maybe 5'10", actually.
Oh, wow, she's tall. The average height for an adult female is 5'4", so she's actually really tall then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe Sam didn't even respond to what I said.
Well, what did you say?
That's when she's not wearing built-up high heels.
During
some of her cosplays.
During that brief pause, I said, awkward silence.
Trying to remember what happened.
And the story continues.
And the scene continues.
Oh, and the scene continues, my bad.
Yeah. Reference to, like, some like, little, like, short, like, video, web series that, a cousin of mine made. Or no, a friend of my cousin, sorry.
I still can't believe I sat through and watched every single episode.
Wait, House of Bachelors?
Yeah.
You saw every episode?
I watched every single episode in one sitting.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
You binge watched it.
I binged what they weren't that long, Tyson. Like, it probably took me less than an hour to watch them all.
You see when the episode when Barry was like, I just want some soda!
Yeah.
That's the one that the awkward silence one was from.
Yeah.
Oh, they call me Cowboy!
Yeah.
And you die. Do I have a Deku shield at the moment?
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Okay, and we didn't save. Well, actually, you saved, but that was a while ago.
That wasn't. Well, we haven't really made any progress since I last saved. So all we did was travel here.
When did you last save?
All right, we got to keep the stream flowing. Technical difficulties, please stand by.
Hey, I mean, it happened in the first. It happened in the first stream. It was bound to happen again.
Let this Fukami Exterminator entertain you while I get the BizHawk emulator back up.
Beautiful.
Ah, boy. Well, no one said this would be easy.
God, it's scary how well that fits.
Yeah, I know, right? When I was making
Except for the head.
No, I'm saying the head included. It's scary how that fits.
Yeah, the head fits fine, actually, Tyson.
Yeah.
It
Well,
fits so well.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised when I was making that in Photoshop just how much it fits. The head just fit right on the Exterminator's body. Okay. Emulators. What?
What?
There we go. Sorry.
Bah.
Accidentally moved the folder to a place I didn't want to move it. Okay, Hawk.
Bah. Bah.
Alright. Try this again. Emulated games. Ocarina of Time randomizer.
Bitch, you better install it again.
Okay, there we go.
But Mr. Puppet, pecking order.
Okay, goodbye, Fukami Exterminator. Back to the game.
I'll be back. Bye.
Okay, so we still.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure if I mentioned, but if you go to the pedestals where the jewels are, you can find out where all the spiritual stones are, and like what specific dungeons they are. Spiritual stones and medallions.
It didn't save us getting the fucking slingshot. I did save after that. You can go back in the video for proof. It's just when it glitches out like that.
Great.
Okay, let's go get it back. Okay, hold on, let's...
Yeah, I'm legit curious where over there. An immense cave, a high...
That's just where you get. That's just that's not tips on where you find these. That's the tips of where you go to get the temple. Find the temples in the actual game.
No, but they're different. Like if you notice, like it shows like the intense cave in a green font, so that means this forest medallion is in the intense cave.
Immense cavern.
Immense cavern. So that means the force medallion's there.
In the ice cavern?
Yeah. I guess.
A high mountain. Okay, that's still Death Mountain. Belly of a deity. Oh, they are different. In the belly. Okay, so that's obviously Jabu Jabu.
Jabu Jabu.
Inside a goddess of the sand. Okay, so that's the spirit temple, obviously, because there's a woman at the a woman statue at the entrance, and inside the temple.
Mm-hmm.
One within the House of the Dead. That's the same.
So the spirit temple.
Deep forest.
Well, that's
either the forest temple or it could be anywhere in the Lost Woods, really. Okay, let's go get the slingshot back. On the upside, we know not to waste our time with anything else in Ganon's castle. We just go into the Shadow Temple 1, get the slingshot, then get out.
Uh-huh.
Okay, don't glitch out on us this time, for the love of God.
Right, Tyson?
Hmm?
You can see the screen too, right, Tyson?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Alright.
Sam, you know, I don't think I've ever really heard your opinion on, like, what you think about Ocarina of Time.
Oh, I have overall mixed feelings about it. I mean, it's a great game, don't get me wrong, but like, okay, you know how, okay, there are people like, Watch Mojo who say it's not only the best Zelda game, but, the best game of all time, and then there are people like Egoraptor who, say, like, it's so overrated and Link to the Past is better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the middle. I'm the one in the middle between those two sides. Like, I don't think well, I don't think Link to the Past is better. I do think Ocarina of Time is better than A Link to the Past. And I do think it's not as overrated as Egoraptor says, but like, in Egoraptor's sequelitis video, I said this before, I actually had this discussion a few nights ago with Nikolai, with Aerithrain the Wizard, as he's known on YouTube, or as his channel is now called, the Homemade Meme Machine. Not kidding. Anyway, so like, I don't think it's as overrated as Egoraptor says, because honestly, and I plan on reviewing the original Ocarina of Time at some point, and I am gonna point out that Egoraptor's sequelitis video. Again, Egoraptor, like, is completely entitled to his own opinion, and I'm not gonna try and change it in any way, but my only problem is, both in his Ocarina of Time Game Grumps Let's Play, and also in his sequelitis video, he bases many of his complaints on things that are flat-out false, or just based on how poorly he himself plays the game, instead of actual problems with the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, he says that Deku Nuts are useless. That is not true. They actually are very useful and for stunning enemies, and it also solves another problem he had with Ocarina of Time. There are points where enemies just stand around and do nothing. Again, that is true, but the Deku Nuts solve that problem. You slam them down, stun the enemies, and just keep attacking them. That solves that problem, so that makes Egoraptor's complaint there invalid. And also he said, and this is an opinion now that I disagree with him on, the Z targeting was poorly done. I don't think it was poorly done. I think it works really well, but I will say it did get better as the games went on, because the only real problem I have with Z targeting, like, other than this problem I have, it works totally fine, so I don't know why Egoraptor has such a problem. I did see, like, in the Dark Link fight, he did a really crap job of locking onto Dark Link, and he just blamed the game. That's another problem I have with Egoraptor. He usually just blames the game and never thinks, it's possibly my fault.
Case in point.
Yeah, so he says the Z targeting was poorly done and doesn't lock on so well. Well, no, it does lock on really well. The only problem I have with it is, what do you want, Navi?
Listen.
Oh my god, you're still on about the Deku Tree. We're getting to that. Okay, anyway. As I was saying, The only problem I have with the Z targeting, which I can demonstrate once we get into the Kokiri Forest, is that it's only set to like switching. So like if you, I'll demonstrate it on the rocks. Like why tell when I can show? It'll help explain it better. So hold on, let me hold that thought real quick.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Especially since you've been cutting out pretty badly this whole time, and I only heard half of what you said. But
son of a bitch!
Got a pretty good understanding of what you said, so don't worry.
Okay. Well, that's probably that's just on Discord, not on the stream. Thankfully. So people on the stream will know what I said.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, the rocks are only here as a kid. Okay, but anyway. So, okay, so over here, there are 2 rocks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're there so you can practice Z targeting on them. Whenever you lock onto them, so you press Z, you lock onto one rock, then you press Z to try to lock off of it, but then it just switches to another rock. If there are 2 things you can lock onto super close, you can't lock off, which is a bit of a problem because then I can't get my sight off of the rock. I can't walk another direction unless I walk far enough away. This is a problem that, do you know what I mean, Daniel?
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
This is a problem that was solved in Wind Waker, because you know how in Wind Waker you can go into the options and set the L, well, in that game it's L targeting, the targeting from switch to hold. So that means you can like lock onto something by holding down the button, not just pressing it, holding down the button, and if you want to lock off of it, just let go of the button. It's that easy.
Mm-hmm.
And even though the Z targeting in this game is overall responsive and again works fine, there are times where it is a bit like slow and slow. It like doesn't like go to like the camera doesn't go behind you right away. So like, but that's not all the time. But that's really and that's not even that big a problem. So those are the only ways that the Z targeting in this game isn't as good as the games that came after. So yeah, besides the 2 problems I just said, I completely disagree with Egoraptor. And when he talks about multiple, in his sequelitis, when he talks about multiple frustrating parts of the game, one second, let me get a Deku Shield actually, just for when we become a kid again. When Egoraptor talks about, you know, frustrating things that are more based on his own poor play than actual problems with the game in his sequelitis, but then you see him actually doing those things in the Game Grumps Let's Play and showing that it really is based on how poorly he plays the game. It makes his arguments in sequelitis harder to take seriously, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and I could go on and on about that, but I think I would want to rewatch his sequelitis video again before doing that.
Mm.
But like, also, not only that, but if I brought up his sequelitis video and just took it apart, we'd be here for, that'd take up pretty much the entire stream. So I'm gonna move on to the reasons why. So I've talked basically about why I don't agree with Egoraptor on Ocarina of Time. Now I'm gonna move on to why I don't agree with the side that says it's the best Zelda game and best game of all time, because, well, obviously, in my opinion, there are games that are better, in my opinion. Not just Zelda games, but games in general, but, on my list of, like... One second.
Sam, we don't have a bomb bag. I don't know what you're trying to do.
Sorry, I was having a drink. What was that?
I know you were looking for bombs, but you can only buy bomb cheese in stores. We don't have a bomb bag yet.
I'll have to do that when I turn to a kid again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
It's a good thing we have Saria's song.
Oh, yeah, we do. We got it at the Spirit Temple. Okay, I was afraid for a second there. I was like, uh-oh, do we have it? Oh, thank God. Okay, like I was saying. So, whether it's WatchMojo, IGN, or even Channel Awesome, which is the most recent list, Ocarina of Time on the list of, like, top 10 or top 5 Zelda games always gets put at number 1, which, even though I do think it's a great game, but to say it's the absolute best Zelda game ever, I think is a bit of a stretch. Again, this is my opinion. You don't have to agree with me, but...
No, I completely agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I was more talking to the viewers who... God damn it. I was more talking to the viewers who... Also, let me just say, so I walked into the wrong hole there. I wasn't really listening hard enough for the song, so I acknowledge that I messed up there. It's not the game's fault. Take notes, Ego Raptor. Anyway. So like I was saying,
like Ego Raptor would watch one of our streams.
I doubt Ego Raptor would watch our streams, yeah, but, you know, still. Oh, hey, we can get a sculpture left.
Hey!
Okay, so like I was saying, so here are the common reasons I hear when people say Ocarina of Time is the best Zelda game. Number 1, it was the first Zelda game to take take things to the 3rd dimension. Yes, it was, and by all means, it should be respected for that. If it wasn't for the awesomeness of this game, there probably wouldn't have been like more Zelda games to come after this in this style. So yes, by all means, Ocarina of Time should be respected for that. So even if you don't like Ocarina of Time, you definitely should respect it. But anyway, so yes, it was the first 3D Zelda game, yes, and by all means it should be respected for that, as I keep saying, but, however, the 3D Zelda games that came after did many things, including, of course, it did many things better. Like, just because it's the first 3D Zelda game doesn't automatically mean it's better than the ones that came after. I really am sucking at this, wow. Okay, hold on. When we get to the Sacred Forest Meadow, I'll continue.
I was about to say, you were supposed to take a right there at the end.
Yeah, my bad. I thought I already went right last time and it didn't work, but I guess I was wrong.
I'm just gonna let you know now, that was a complete guess, and if I get it right, that proves how much of a nerd I am.
Oh no, I didn't mean to walk in there, no! Ugh.
Also, yeah, you were cutting out again, but when I watch the stream and I go to this part, I'll be able to hear if you're seeing it.
Okay, yeah, it's only cutting out in Discord and not the stream, thank God. Okay, when I get to the Sacred Forest Meadow, I'll continue my thought. That's not the way to go.
No. Yeah.
To the right. Daniel.
Hey, I said it was a guess.
You just earned yourself a watermelon head smashing!
Ow, 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 ow.
Okay, there, you've been punished enough. Okay, I really gotta... I have the volume turned down low just so the game doesn't overpower us, but I'm gonna have to really listen in that case.
What are you talking about? From where I'm standing, the game's overpowering all of us.
Really?
I don't think it's coming up on stream, but like for... I'm not sure if it's a problem for... What are you talking about? From
Daniel, quiet for a second.
The game's overpowering all of us.
Really?
I don't...
It didn't seem like it was overpowering us on the stream. Hold on. Testing, quiet for a second. Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Daniel Tyson, start talking.
Talking. Testing.
Okay, that'll do.
Great.
It's on the stream. Hold on. Testing, quiet for a second. Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Daniel Tyson, start talking.
Talking. Testing.
Okay, just heard from Tyson. Okay,
Beautiful.
You okay, Tyson?
Just having more Skype trouble. Like, it's... For some reason, like, I'm actually signed out right now. I don't know how this is happening.
Oh.
and when I try to sign back in, it says I failed to sign in, and then nothing happens.
That's weird.
What the fuck? Okay.
That was the first one. You had to go straight that time.
No, I went straight before.
Then straight again?
Okay. Okay, that way. The place where Mido was guarding. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. Okay, so this isn't the way to go. I got through all 3 of those. This is the way to go. Or not. So if there's a blur, that means you can't go through. Oh my god.
You know, I never thought about it like that. There's a blur on all of them.
Try going right. Yes!
Oh my god,
thank-
I was right. I told you the last one was right.
Yeah, but that was with the other one.
I know, but that technically wasn't the last one. That was.
Okay. Oh god, this is the place with the moblins.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Nope.
Shut.
I just got speared. Just like Hector by Achilles.
Yes.
No, no!
Around. I said, wait till he turns around. Hey. Now shoot him. Bows don't work on them. Or yes, they did. Never mind. Don't send him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you ever tried? I mean, logically, it's not likely you would because... Wait a minute. Can I do the Scarecrow song? Somewhere.
Hang on, I'm gonna try something.
Okay. Okay, but
Oh wait, did I ever go back to Lake Hilly? Oh crap. Oh, I didn't go back to Lake Hylia to try it, to try it, so that way that would trigger the Scarecrow. Long story,
What?
Tyson.
I think I'm stuck.
what do you mean?
I can't get out.
No.
That's
That ain't good.
that's the problem. You should probably restart whatever system you're using.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing for me. Here I go.
Alright.
No. Ah!
Now it's gonna repeatedly ram you. Or not. Come on, come around the corner. Come around the corner. He's walking towards you.
Seems like the poke shot's more effective
Ah, so laggy
for you.
for me.
How many bottles have we got?
0.
Huh. Okay, well.
That's because Sam got my message in a bottle.
Message in a bottle. And it turned out to
I'm
be the hook shot
sending
instead.
out an SOS. I'm sending out. I hope somebody.
No.
Just use your hook shot. It doesn't take ammo. I don't know why you don't use your hook shot.
Because the only time I used my bow wasn't far, they were too far. Like, I can't... I can't hit this guy with my hook shot.
Yeah.
Maybe if I had the long shot.
Oh yeah, definitely if you had the long shot.
Oh, we're gonna get another song here, right? Ah, voice crack.
Going right on little, yeah, I'm coding and see you, so yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, this is the Bolero of Fire, I think.
Do 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 do. Yep, it is.
Oh, wow, I'm magically teleported. Okay, let's get this over with.
The one temple we can do.
No, we could do the Great Echo Tree right now if we wanted.
Okay, the one adult temple.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on. See, Ego Raptor, these things are easy to kill. Anyway.
Now time those vines, boy. Let's see what we got.
Okay, oh yeah, that reminds me. Okay, back to what I was saying. Okay, so so when they say, like, this game is the best Zelda game because it was the first 3D Zelda game, that doesn't automatically make it better than its successors. Like, I would well, not just because of graphics. But also because, like, okay, Ocarina of Time introduced the 3D style of combat with the you know, different directions of slashes, and the backflip and side jumps, which you can also do outside of a dungeon, apparently. To get outside of the dungeon.
Hello, back to your friends.
Okay, so yes, Ocarina of Time was the first to introduce the, like, 3D Zelda game combat system, but, like, that doesn't automatically make it better than the 3D Zeldas that came after that, because not only is the 3D Zelda game, you know, combat system done better in the Zelda games that came after, but it's expanded upon. They evolve it. Maybe not so much with Majora's Mask. Well, no, yes, with Majora's Mask, with the different mask transformations. Instead of just, you know, the sword and shield, you can also do it with other in other forms, like with Goron punches and rolls and you know, some other great combat variants. But again, the theme of Majora's Mask is, like, you know, with all the transformation masks and stuff like that, so that, I guess it wouldn't really fit in Ocarina of Time, but still, there's more variety in Majora's Mask, so I would say it's better in Majora's Mask. And then,
Wait, don't jump up!
What?
The sculpture up there.
Oh, I didn't get that, right. Thank you, sorry. I was thinking I would get that.
No, don't worry. You're lost in thought right now. It's okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, it's
Lost
good
in
you had my
thought,
back then during this time. Okay, so...
Here are the ocean's grey waves. No.
Okay, so... Okay, again, the combat system with Ocarina of Time, there was more variety in Majora's Mask. But like, the sword and shield combat style in your human form in Majora's Mask was still the same as Ocarina of Time, which brings us to Wind Waker. So, Wind Waker, there were no, like, transformation masks, so there was no variety that way. But, however, in Wind Waker, the combat system from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask was expanded upon. It wasn't just, you know, side to side slashes and thrusts, but that was the first one to introduce reaction command attacks, like, you know, the helm splitter and the backslash. So obviously the 3D combat system in Wind Waker was done better, and it was also more, like, fluent. Like, you know, this still works, like, this combat system still works fine, but in Wind Waker it just feels smoother. And again, it expanded upon the combat system with the reaction command attacks like the Helm Splitter and the Backslash. And then Twilight Princess expanded upon it even further by not only having the Backslash and the Helm Splitter, but several other hidden skills. So obviously the combat system in Twilight Princess is way better. In my... do you agree, Daniel?
Yeah,
Yeah. And then, Skyward Sword didn't really expand upon it from Twilight Princess, because it didn't have...
I mean, honestly, if you want to know my opinion on what I think the best 3D Zelda game is for its time, I honestly think that Twilight Princess would have to be my favorite. Because
for its,
not
you mean
only
for
does
its
it
time?
upgrade...
I'm not talking for its time, I'm talking just in general.
Okay, well, for me in general, it's Twilight Princess.
That's understandable. Twilight Princess would probably be number 2 for me.
I have not beaten the game, but just out of, like, what I've played, I've gotten pretty damn close to beating the game before. Like, I was in the final dungeon of the game before my, GameCube copy got scratched, but...
Oh, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
I've 100% completed Twilight Princess.
Maybe that's a future stream.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Yeah, I could see that happening. Actually, I have an emulator for it on the Dolphin emulator, so... Biggest quiver? That's pretty good. I'll save to that.
Very fitting, being in the Forest Temple.
Yeah, but, you know... We also gotta find keys, though. Oh, fuck, I don't have the Song of Time, so I can't make the blocks disappear.
Oh, no.
Oh, well. Anyway. Okay, so Skyward Sword, didn't really expand upon it, like, go any further than Twilight Princess. Like, there's no... In Skyward Sword, there's no Helm Splitter or Backslash, but there is still the Fatal Blow, and it also adds the Skyward Strike. So, not quite, yeah, so, like, not quite as advanced as Twilight Princess, but still has more variety than Ocarina of Time. In Ocarina of Time, there's no Skyward Strike and there's no Fatal Blow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thankfully I can do this. And then, Breath of the Wild doesn't have any of the moves from Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, or Skyward Sword. However, Breath of the Wild had its own unique combat system that, because, well, for one thing, it wasn't just your sword anymore. You had a more variety of weapons. You had spears that did spear types of weapons that did less damage, but were really, really fast, so that you could kill enemies quicker that way. Then you had, you know, regular swords that went at normal speed, and you could use your shield, so they weren't two-handed. Then you had heavy weapons like, you know, axes, great swords, and the big Goron sword if you used an Ocarina of Time Link amiibo. And yeah, you can get that in Breath of the Wild. Huh?
Oh, you can get the big Goron sword in Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, if you have an Ocarina of Time Link amiibo.
Oh, well, I don't have any amiibo.
Yeah. It's amazing the items you can get from other Zelda games by using amiibos. I can send you a video if you don't know all of them.
Oh no, I know all the stuff you can get. I watched the video.
Okay, well you but you didn't know the big Goron sword though.
That's the one thing I didn't know. I knew you could get the tunic though.
Okay, yeah.
That's about it.
And you know you can get light arrows from the Twilight Princess Zelda.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so you get the general idea. Anyway. But yeah, Breath of the Wild expanded upon their own combat system by having more weapon variety, and also it had the Flurry Rush.
That too?
So yeah. So regardless of, like, whether it's, you know, whether it's Wind Waker or Twilight Princess with all the, like, extra awesome sword moves, or Breath of the Wild with the Flurry Rush, or Skyward Sword with the Skyward Strike, Ocarina of Time has the most basic combat system out of all the 3D Zelda games. And also, I forgot to mention, also Majora's Mask with more transformation the different transformation masks, you have different combat
Also,
varieties there.
Are you having trouble over there, friend?
A little bit.
I mean, you're using a 64 emulated controller, right?
Yeah, USB and 64 controller.
Oh.
It's...
You know what's really strange? When I start talking, the music stops, but I can still hear, like, wind howling in the background from the dungeon. It's weird.
Fuck.
Kind of disorienting.
Eh. I need to go back to, like, Hilly and get the Scarecrow song, honestly, because then I could get a Scarecrow there. Yeah, oh, this is so sensitive. But I don't think it's because of the controller, though. I think it's just... That's another thing about Ocarina of Time. The controls are a lot more sensitive. In Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, it's way better for aiming. Also, Twilight Princess had the Hawkeye, so that... But that was just for arrows, not the hook shot. Oh, son of a bitch.
It was also the first game that Link had another, Well, I guess Link wouldn't really consider Zelda a love interest, but there was a love interest for the first time in...
You mean in Skyward Sword?
No, in Twilight Princess.
I don't really think so. They didn't really have any chemistry in Twilight Princess.
No, I'm not talking about Zelda, I'm just saying for the first time.
Oh, right, Ilia, right. Well, no, like, Link and Zelda kissed at the end of Zelda 2.
Well, yeah. I guess. I never really beat Zelda 2, so I wouldn't know.
Neither have I. I've just seen videos of it.
There's one Zelda game I've never really beaten, besides Twilight Princess.
Have you ever beaten any of the Oracle's games?
No.
Okay, so not either of those. Have you ever beaten Link's Awakening?
I have Oracle of Ages on my 3DS, but I can't get past this one boss.
Have you ever beaten Link's Awakening?
Yes.
Okay. I haven't.
Wait, where are you?
You haven't beaten Twilight Princess? Okay, so all in all, Zelda 2 is not the one Zelda game you haven't beaten.
I guess, yeah.
You mean the one Zelda game you've played? The one Zelda game
Also,
you haven't really
why
played
did you
much,
leave
you
the
mean?
Force Temple, by the way?
Huh?
Why'd you leave the Force Temple, by the way?
I want to go get the Scarecrow song.
Oh, okay.
It'll just make things easier on me. Anyway, so... Bottom line of the argument I was making, all the other Zelda games, 3D Zelda games, I mean, that came after Ocarina of Time, had better, combat systems. So, let's move on to the next point. Ocarina of Time has such an amazing story! Again, I would make the argument that every single 3D Zelda game that came after had a bit more of a complex story. Well, actually, except for Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild wasn't really didn't have, like, the strongest story, really. But that's kind of the reason, but, like, Breath of the Wild wasn't really the point of Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild,
it was more about the exploration.
Exactly. So that's why I don't really
To go back to the roots of the original Zelda.
Yeah. Anyway,
I can't say the same thing for the Zelda game that supposedly is supposed to come out in 2019. Like, I don't know if they're gonna stick with Breath of the Wild's formula, or they're just gonna go back to making, like, the same, lean cut story-driven Zelda games.
I kind of like the style Breath of the Wild.
I do too.
Yeah.
I love the open world, because a lot of games nowadays are very, like... Well, they all have open worlds, and they're very vast and beautiful. And, I don't know, just now seeing Breath of the Wild, if they go back to the original formula, I wouldn't be able to look at the series again, the same again.
Yeah.
Because Breath of the Wild made such a big impact.
I would have to agree with you. But oh god damn it.
Also, I can't speak apparently.
Okay.
Just fumbling over my words.
Anyway, back to so Ocarina of Time has the best story of all the 3D Zelda games. I will say the Ocarina of Time story is good, but like I think the story, some of the stories of the Zelda games that came after are a lot more unique, particularly Majora's Mask. Not just whether it's with the main story of Majora's Mask or the side quests you do, which actually are a big part of the story. And it just doesn't really feel the same in Majora's Mask if you don't do a lot of the side quests. A lot of them really have, like, you know, are really kind of have touching stories and deeper meanings.
Yeah, they do.
Like the
especially. Yeah, I was about to say the couple.
The Couple's Mask side quest. Even though the Couple's Mask doesn't really do anything, it's a nice, like... Well, actually, no, it does get you a piece of heart if you go into the mayor's office. But, yeah, so... Let's see. But yeah, so Majora's Mask, I think, has, like, not just one more unique story, like, well, a parallel world to Hyrule called Termina, and Link gets turned into a Deku and all that, and all these awesome masks you can collect throughout the world. And it's, like, dark and edginess. It's really a lot more unique. It's a lot more unique. It's not your same typical, like, Save the Princess Zelda game. And another great thing I like about Majora's Mask is, like, you know, people complain Skyward Sword is too story-driven, or like the original Zelda game is a little too open and doesn't give you enough direction. I like Majora's Mask a lot because it's a great balance of both. That, you know, that there is a story that gives you, like, directions. That gives you, you know, it does give you directions, but at the same time, there's all these other awesome side quests you can go explore. Whoops.
He's like, hello, baby.
Anyway, so yeah, with all its, you know, creepy and edgy and also really, like, deep, you know, and heartfelt themes that Majora's Mask has, I would say that has a more unique and, in my opinion, better story than Ocarina of Time. Because Ocarina of Time isn't that different from... Ocarina of Time story isn't that different from, like, A Link to the Past or A Link Between Worlds. And even Twilight Princess is pretty similar. Like, people call that a dark and edgy version of Ocarina of Time. Although Shigeru Miyamoto, like, describes it as, like, Twilight Princess, we did in Twilight Princess what we couldn't do at the time in Ocarina of Time. But, because it has a lot of the same, like, areas as Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess does. But at the same time, Twilight Princess isn't just Ocarina of Time story rehashed again. It has, you know, again, it has its own dark and edgy, you know, really awesome story. And, you know, has also... You know, in Ocarina of Time, the characters, you don't really get to know them very well. There's not many emotions involved in Ocarina of Time, not many feels. I mean, Link doesn't emote at all.
He doesn't, he just has that plain old expression.
The entire time. You don't really get to know Link much as a character, other than, like, his mother died, he's a Hylian, but he was raised as a Kokiri, and now he has to go save the world because a tree told him to do it. In Twilight Princess, he has a better motivation. He, you know, he agrees to go on this quest with Midna because he gets something out of it, which is saving his friends. And even has a love interest in Ilia.
Yep.
So, yeah, so Link has a better motivation in Twilight Princess. Not to mention, you know, characters like Zan, and of course, you know, all the people you meet in towns. Telma, she's a really likable character. And no, it's not just because she has giant boobs. Come on now, guys. And oh my god, you know how the Zora queen was murdered in front of her people, but then when she gives you the Zora armor, and like after you save her son, the cutscene with the sad music and tell my son not to grieve for me, and tell him his mother loves him without end. The first time I went through that cutscene, it brought tears to my eyes.
You kind of cut out. What did you say?
Okay, sorry, we're talking on Discord, so sometimes it cuts out
Skype.
every now and then, viewers. Oh, Skype, yeah. So it cuts out every now and then, viewers, but, so sorry if I have to repeat myself to Daniel every now and then. It's just the signal. Anyway, back to the Kokiri Forest, but, what I was talking about, Daniel, is, you know when you bring back the Zora kid to Kakariko Village because he was dying, and then his mother in ghost form, who was murdered in front of her people by Xanth's minions, appears before you.
Yeah.
And, you know, the cutscene after you save her son, where she brings you to the graveyard and brings you and gets you the Zora armor, and she says to you, "Tell my son not to grieve for me, and tell him his mother loves him without end." When I saw that cutscene for the first time, it really brought tears to my eyes.
It was really heartfelt. It was really, yeah.
And not to mention, you know how, so Ocarina of Time has Navi, Majora's Mask has Tatil, Tattle, yeah, sorry, Wind Waker has the King of Red Lions, and Twilight Princess has Midna. So everyone says like, Navi's so annoying, or Fi from Skyward Sword is so annoying. Do you hear anyone say anything like that about Midna?
I know, right?
No, nobody does.
Just as much.
Because Midna is an awesome character. She's not annoying. She's like this cute little imp that's by your side, and when she almost dies, you actually care about her.
Now that fucked me up. Not gonna lie. Like, when I saw Midna on her deathbed, and you had to bring her back. Spoilers, by the way, I'm sorry. But, you have to bring her back to Hyrule Castle so that she could see Zelda. I was, like, I had to go to school when that happened. Like, I was playing early in the morning, and then I had to go to school. So the whole time, I was just, like, super messed up. Like, oh my god, Midna's dying. I gotta get back home as soon as I can. Like, I did that into the Zelda franchise, and I still.
Yeah, but yeah. So some people might think, dorky, but that's the thing though. Like Twilight Princess really makes you care about your companion. In Ocarina of Time, all your character does is tell you stuff you already know, kind of like Fi, or like occasionally Navi's helpful, but like she makes an annoying sound effect where Midna has actual like Japanese dialogue. I'm pretty sure.
Actually, it's English. It's a Japanese voice actor, but she's speaking English, but it's just reversed.
Is it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a sec. But yeah, so, let's see. Okay, anyway, so yeah, with everything about, like, the Twilight Kingdom and Midna's people as well, all in all, I think Twilight Princess has a better and more complex story than Ocarina of Time as well. Majora's Mask does, Twilight Princess does, and now let's move on to Wind Waker. What do you think of... I'm gonna let you speak now, Daniel. One second. Okay, we're back at the Sacred Forest Meadow. Okay.
You're gonna say, compared to Twilight Princess, what do I think about Wind Waker?
No, compared to Ocarina of Time, what do you think about Wind Waker?
Oh, I think Wind Waker's like 1,000 times better. Like, no joke.
And why would you say that? Well, I agree with you, but why would you say that?
the reason why I think is because Wind Waker takes place many years later after the events of Ocarina of Time, and it's a time where Hyrule is below the sea. Like that concept at the time, to me, I thought it was really good, and I still think it is. It just worked really well, and the fact that later on you get to go around all these islands and throughout the get little tidbits about Hyrule is under the sea. It's still intact, but just get the go to the tower so that you can get down there. And then when you get down there and it's still intact, this just amazes me. In all honesty.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Hold on one second.
So that you can get down there, and then when you get down there and it's still intact.
I was just checking the audio on the stream. But yeah, I totally agree with you. I totally agree. Again, Ocarina of Time story is pretty straightforward. But Wind Waker's has a lot more lore behind it, I think.
And not only that, I'm pretty sure I'm repeating myself now, but it has a wide, vast, open world that you can just go explore. Like, you don't have to go to the objectives. It's kind of like Breath of the Wild in a way. Like, you can just go to different islands and get little sites.
Well, that's not true. Like for the until you get Jaboon's pearl. Like, you have to get the if you go away from your objective. You can't stretch a little bit. You have a little room to stretch, but if you tried to going to Dragon Roost, if you tried to go to to a different island, super far away, the King Red Lion said, "We cannot venture off into the sea. Right. We must go to our destination." Okay, but when you get the blue pearl,
Let me reword what I meant then. After Jabu Jabu, or Jaboon, or whatever you want to call him, because he's pretty much Jabu Jabu's descendant, yada yada yada. But Jaboon, after that, you just have this big open world that you can go and pretty much do anything you want to at that point.
Exactly. And aside from Breath of the Wild, we'll get to the open world world section of my counter argument in a sec. But yeah.
Anyways, hi Fernando.
I think okay. Yeah. So I totally agree with you. Next to Breath of the Wild, Wind Waker is the biggest Zelda game, and with all the different islands you can go to, Wind Waker again has a lot more variety than Ocarina of Time. Oh, by the way, we have people talking in the stream now. Fernando says, on the Shining binge, can't seem to stop. The Overlook is taken.
I said hi, Fernando, just a second ago. I don't know who... Seikyu?
Seikyu? The profile pic.
Hold on, let me... I need to...
Seikyu, do we know you? Your profile picture looks familiar. Did you just change your name?
Hold on. I can fix this. I will figure out who they are. Just let me get to... the channel.
Can't quite get to that scarecrow. Okay.
There we go. And pause.
Seikyu says, no, I'm new here.
Oh, well, welcome.
Welcome to the stream. Okay, anyway, back to what I was saying. So yeah, Wind Waker has a greater story, in my opinion, than Ocarina of Time as well. I'll have to go a bit brief from here on in I can make a video. All Ocarina and no Haya makes Link a dull boy. Yeah, well, we were talking about that earlier, Fernando. How, Link has more of a personality in later Zelda games than in Ocarina of Time.
I think the most personality Link has ever shown, at least in my opinion, is the Skyward Sword Link.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll get to that in a bit. Okay, so yeah. So I've already talked about, so we've mentioned... Okay, so back to the counter-argument and saying, Ocarina of Time is the best Zelda game because of its story. Again, I neither me nor Daniel agrees with that. you know, for those of you who are just joining, we've stated that, CQ says,
well,
thanks. I'm actually German, my English is not the best. Ah, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
You should meet, Dan Avedon's dad. Dan! When can people buy your music? You know, digitally. Can people hear it on, Spoofy?
Spoofy?
I love Avi. Anyway. Son of a bitch.
Anyways, back to what you were saying, Sam.
Right, so, I think the story of both Twilight Princess and Wind Waker are better than Ocarina of Time because they're more complex, there's more to get invested in. You get more invested in the story, and also, on top of that, Link in both of those games has a better motivation. In Ocarina of Time, Link just does it because the Deku Tree tells him to, because apparently he's the chosen one, he's the Messiah. In Twilight Princess...
We'll get to that in a second, Fernando. We're still on...
Oh yeah, we'll get to Breath of the Wild in a bit. In Twilight Princess, Link has a clear motivation. He agrees to help Midna in exchange, because he also gets something out of the quest. He'll be able to save his friends who were kidnapped by Xanth's forces. In Wind Waker, he has a clear motivation. He goes on his journey because his sister was kidnapped. So that's obviously a good motivation. Better than the one he has in Ocarina of Time.
And just like Sam said, he's basically doing it because the big tree told him to.
Yeah, it's not really much of a motivation. Link just accepts his destiny without questioning, like, I'm only 9 years old. I'm supposed to go on this big journey? Anyway.
I mean, let's be honest, if the Great Deku Tree nor Navi ever, like, mention anything to him, Link would still be sleeping in that little tree house of his.
Yeah.
Having those nightmares and not understanding why he's having.
Zelda never seemed to have that big of a presence in Twilight Princess. Yeah, that's true, but I mean, we're talking about the overall story of Twilight Princess. Oh, finally!
You did it, finally. And it's the boss key.
Oh, man. Wait, but, like, what? You can't really do much with it because, well... Can't really do much with it because, like, we need to light the torches, but we can't...
Well, thanks for stopping by.
If I was in chat, I could reply in time. Yeah. Stupid stream delay. Anyway, but yeah, so... in Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, he has a better motivation. Same goes for Skyward Sword. And here's the thing. This is one thing that makes Skyward Sword stand out from all other Zelda games, is that Link and Zelda actually have some kind of relationship. They're kind of like... They're not exactly lovers, but they're also not exactly just friends. Like...
Are you talking about Skyward Sword?
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely see that, because I mean, like, obviously in the cutscenes they made it seem like something was going on between them, like, the looks they give each other, you could just tell, like, something is going on, or something was going to happen.
Yeah, like when she asks Link, hey, you wanna fly around the clouds together? Just with a look, when she asks you to fly around the clouds with her, just the look in her eyes shows that she actually does like Link. It's implied, yes, Fernando, it is implied they have feelings for one another. And so when Zelda gets kidnapped and falls beneath the clouds, since Link has an actual relationship with Zelda, that gives him more of a motivation to actually save the princess, not just because a tree told him to do it, or because in the first Zelda game... What even is his motivation in the first Legend of Zelda game, in the NES one? Excuse me, princess. Oh, sorry, Fernando. Did I come off as rude there? Sorry. I just rushed through. I was just rush reading. Sorry if my tone made it seem like I was being rude. I'm so sorry, Fernando. My apologies. I didn't mean to come off as like, yes, Fernando, yeah, we just said that. I know there's a stream delay. I'm sorry if my tone made it come off.
Well, I mean, you could always invite him into our Skype chat, and he can just join us for the experience.
Could you do that?
Yeah. Oh, is he not on this one? I thought he was. Oh,
It was an NES game, don't expect motivation in there. That is true, but like, well, if you read the instruction manual, like, it says, like, Impa escapes Hyrule Castle when Ganon takes it over, and, if only we had the Song of Time, we could actually progress.
dang it, I can't seem to find him.
So it said that Impa, comes across Link, and she's the one who tells him to save Zelda. But, so, Link in the NES game is just doing it because Impa told him to do it. Okay, then. So, yeah, not much of a motivation there either, but we're not talking, we're talking about 3D Zelda games.
I thought I had him on this account. Oh, yeah, I do. Right there.
Okay.
So I'll just do
Fernando says, Daniel, I'll blank what I can do with Skype. I guess he means I'll do what I can do. Okay, anyway,
Hold on. Add people to the Skype. And before. Boop. There we go.
Okay.
I added him to the group call, so whenever he's ready, he can join in.
Awesome. Okay, so anyway. Wait, hold on a sec. Okay, I have to go back in there real quick. There's something I didn't quite explore, so I'm gonna have to hook Sean onto that chest again. Ah, well. At least it's open now, so there's more to target onto. Anyway, so yeah, bottom line, even in Majora's Mask, which is also an N64 Zelda game, he has more of a motivation. Like, he's motivated to go find the Skull Kid because he's turned into a Deku and he wants to get his form back. And he also continues to stay in Termina because he needs to get his horse Epona back. And then, let's see.
Wow. Okay, so that's not working. Whatever.
Yeah, so even in Majora's Mask he has a better motivation, but then you're probably thinking, wait, Sam. Hold on a second, Sam. Okay, so after he gets his human form back and his horse back, what's the point of staying in Termina? Well, by that point, he's already pretty involved in the situation with the Skull Kid and the mask salesman, and when the mask salesman tells him the mask is called Majora's Mask, and he's gonna use it to destroy the world, basically, destroy Termina. Well, Link can't let that happen, so then he has another motivation to stop the Skull Kid. It's just the right thing to do. And
I mean, he stops his busy journey to look for Navi, and he just stops to help the country in need.
yeah. But, like, still, bottom line, he has more motivation in Majora's Mask than he does in Ocarina of Time. Come on. I don't want to spend 15 minutes doing this again. Ow. Come on, it took me forever to do this last time. Oh, why didn't I notice this the first time around? That up there. I did it from, like, over here last time.
I think that's too far. There you go.
There we go. Okay. Come on, Scarecrow.
I know we didn't get much done, Sam, but we should probably wrap things up pretty soon. It is almost 1 a.m. in the morning.
Oh boy, okay. Okay, bottom line, he has more motivation in pretty much all the other 3D Zelda games that came after. Okay, so yeah, that answers that question. So those are 2 reasons I think it's not really fair to say that I don't agree with the statement that Ocarina of Time's the best Zelda game. And then okay. So how about let's put a stop to that counter argument for now. We'll continue that in the next stream, otherwise we'll just keep focusing on that. Alright. Now let's go to Kokiri Forest, now that we have the slingshot.
Wish we still had the sword.
Ah, well. It's fine, we have Deku Sticks.
When in doubt, stick it up. No, actually, no, don't follow that advice. No, don't listen to no.
We probably could have also done the Dodongo Cavern as an adult. Well, we'll do that in the next stream.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Looks transparent thing.
The Great Deku Tree isn't that hard a dungeon, so let's just go do it and then we'll end the stream there.
I mean, debating on, sorry, I meant depending on if you're available Monday or Tuesday. I'm off those days.
Yeah, I'm available on those days.
Okay, we can just do it Monday.
Okay, sounds good. Monday at like 9 a.m. is when I have my, I'm taking an online class, so that's when we do it live. That's when, my class does a thing live where the teacher, like, calls us on Zoom.
Okay.
But yeah, after that I can, anyway. Okay, so what we talked about
look
in
forward to
this stream, so we talked about why the Zelda games that came after Ocarina of Time have stronger stories, and also better controls overall. So...
Well, of course, as time continues, they wanted to improve on what they couldn't do back, well, during this game.
Yeah. But I don't think... Sometimes people say, like, came out before those games, give it a pass. Well, that doesn't... Well, no, don't give it a pass. You can still say, and I'm not saying, like, the games that came after are better because they're newer. I've actually given valid reasons why the 3D Zelda games that came after are better, regardless of what time they were from. Like, I even have admitted there were things that Ocarina of Time did better than some of the other games. Like, obviously, Ocarina of Time has a stronger story than Breath of the Wild. So, like, I'm just saying, like, again, with the time they came out has nothing to do with it. You don't see me talking about the graphics. Why am I going this way? Yeah, we're on Skype, Fernando.
Yeah, I added you to the call. Well, I'm not gonna say it out loud, but you know which one that I have that you may be using. I did try to invite you. I added you to the call. I think all you have to do is really join.
So yeah, I think it is still fair to be able to compare different Zelda games regardless of what time period they came from. And again, I've given valid reasons that have nothing really to do with with age that... Nothing really to do with age. Like, valid reasons to why I think Ocarina of Time is not the best Zelda game, as so many people say. And I will continue to give valid reasons in the next stream. So, the next point, Ocarina of... people say, Ocarina of Time has, a big open world. Yeah, but there's not really that much in it. Like, yeah, there are still some side quests here and there, but there's more to do in Majora's Mask, for one thing. Majora's Mask has so many side quests. I think it has this, huh?
Oh no, it's perfect. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's so much more to do in Majora's Mask, even after the game's beaten. There's so much more to do in Wind Waker, because the world is larger and there's all these awesome islands. Even Twilight Princess has a lot more to do in the world. So, like, yeah, Ocarina of Time has this big open world, yeah, but it's mostly empty. There's so much more to do in the worlds of pretty much every single 3D Zelda game that came after. You know, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, not so much. Okay, I will give it Ocarina of Time that. Ocarina of Time does have more to explore than Skyward Sword does, I think. Well, at least it's not as linear as Skyward Sword. But then, well, actually, I'm not entirely sure about that. I think there are more, even though Skyward Sword is mostly linear, I think there are quite a few things to explore. But anyway, Fernando says you might have the wrong account, Daniel.
Well...
And don't even get me started on Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild, there's so much to do in that game, Ocarina of Time doesn't even compare.
Oh, and Fernando, I'm gonna type to you on Discord.
Fernando says, if only I could buy more time in MM. I'm guessing that means Majora's Mask. Honestly, I've never had much of a problem with Majora's Mask's time system. Anyway, so... Okay, again, I said I would put this counter-argument on hold, so we'll talk more about, like, some more of the points of why I think Ocarina of Time is not the best Zelda game, compared especially to the 3D Zelda games that came after. So, like, we'll get back to the open world point in the next stream. For now, let's go not kill the Great Deku Tree, well, that's technically what we do, but beat the Great Deku Tree dungeon. Still here, Daniel?
Yeah, I was just typing something to Fernando's Discord.
Mm.
So, Fernando, check your Discord. This makes my eyeball sore. 3D was done so well in Mario 64.
True that. What are you saying true that to, Fernando? I'm guessing, like, I'm guessing it's my final... Oh, I don't have a sword.
That was gonna be a feature in MM, he said.
That was gonna be a feature in NM. It was, a feature in Majora's Mask that, you could buy more time? Huh. I guess that would have been helpful, but it wouldn't really have made that much sense.
Also, if you're wondering, I was singing Sam, I was singing, a Brental Floss song.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Well, I think the boomerang makes a nice replacement for the sword in this dungeon.
By the way, what did you say in response to what I said? I couldn't hear you cut out.
What? Could you repeat the question?
I said I was singing a Brental Floss song, if you didn't know.
Oh, okay, I said I didn't notice, actually. But what Brental Floss song were you singing?
The Ocarina of Time one.
Oh. I guess that would make sense.
Plays when it plays the item shop song, and he's just like, 3D was done so well in Mario 64. Even though that came out 2 whole years before this clunky.
Even though that game was made 2 years before.
No, it was before this clunky piece of crap you worship so much. But it is loved by all. Delusionally wonderful. Don't give up. You're all alone in this, 'cause everyone's on board. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, sometimes when I make a counter argument on the fly, it can get rambly every now and then. This is why I usually prefer doing reviews where that are scripted, that I write down my counter arguments. Yeah, I'm gonna be starting and I think I'm gonna be starting a new review series soon in a different format to the show I used to do.
What you should do is like do podcast. Just do that.
A podcast?
Yeah, just do a podcast live. And you can just talk.
Again, that'd be on the fly. I do want to make. That'd be kind of on the fly. I do prefer to record it, to make sure I say my argument carefully. You know what I mean? Daniel?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Fernando's calling me on Discord, so I'm gonna
Okay.
do this thing real quick. I don't know if it'll pick up on Skype, but I'm gonna try to mute myself.
Okay, so while he does that, I'm gonna beat the Great Deku Tree as fast as I possibly can. No. Ah! Crap. Oh, quick. Get to the platform. Okay, it stuns him no matter what. Alright, here we go. Daniel is still there? No? Okay, he's gone. It's just us, Ambassadors of Chaos channel. Oh boy. Ooh, Deku Stick, very helpful. Okay. It's 1 a.m. One second, everybody. Hold on a sec, everybody. So, we're getting pretty close to defeating the Great Deku Tree. I would like Fukami to come back from his call from Fernando. We can have Fernando jump on board on the next stream, but there's only like 10 minutes left, so he wouldn't be here long. And I would like Daniel to be back here for the end of the stream, because it's his channel after all. Oh, you have got to be kidding! Oh. Okay, good thing I saved, like, right before that happened. But hold on, I didn't keep my saved progress last time that happened. Oh no. Okay, please let it have saved my progress. Oh no. Oh, prepare yourself, everybody. Okay, come on, come on. Oh my god.
Yeah? What happened? What happened while I was gone?
It crashed again. And even though I saved right before it crashed, like, whenever it crashes like that, it just ignores your last save progress.
No.
Well, viewers, you have witnessed quite the disappointment just now. Well, that
Yes.
was unexpected, says Fernando. Yup, I would say so.
Guess we're just gonna have to.
No, we're not
back
gonna do it on the stream again.
No, I
Here's
know.
what I'm gonna
We're
do.
I know. We're gonna do it off screen. I know.
Yeah.
So I was
okay. So off screen, I'm gonna get everything we just got again, and I will. Daniel and I, we will see you guys next time. Oh my god, that was such poor timing. Holy shit.
That was incredibly stupid timing. Anyways, yeah, we will see you in the next one.
Bye. Ugh,
Bye-bye.
God, that was stupid. Bye, guys.